Sri Medhavi Junior College, the Game Changer Award winner. Join Sri Medhavi Junior College, the #1 institute for intermediate education. Sri Medhavi Junior College.
Hi everyone. Today's our topic is chapter number 3, that is sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family and cooperative societies. So this is chapter number 3. Here we talks about 3 things, Nana. First one, sole proprietorship. Second one, what is the second one? Joint Hindu family. And the third one, cooperative societies. First one, sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family and cooperative societies. These are the 3 topics we are going to discuss today. And first, before getting into the chapter, first we have to know what is a business organization. So any business organization is an entity which is formed by a group of people for doing business expecting profits. Got it? So any business entity, what is a business organization? Any entity which is formed by the group of people and work together to earning profits, that is business entity. So here, so business entities are different types. All these are different types of entities. So sole proprietorship, that means a single individual will run a business. So most of you know in the villages. So what is that? Kirana shops, medical shops and many others run by a single individual. And here joint Hindu family. Joint Hindu family means a family will run a business. So for suppose a rice mill, that's a type of business, and all the people in the family, all the members in the family will go there and will work. And what is a cooperative society? A group of people, a group of people form a group and they start doing business and they earn benefits. So the main aim of cooperative society is one for all and all for one. Okay, so these are the 3 topics we are going to learn today. So what is a business entity? So business organization is organized entity having group of people for doing business and for earning profits, that is business organization. So now we'll shift to forms of business organization, Nana. We have many types of business organizations. So in that, first one is sole proprietorship and partnership firm, joint Hindu undivided family, cooperative societies, joint stock company and government companies, the public undertakings, and last one, joint sector undertakings. So these are different types of business organization, and in this, first we are going to discuss sole proprietorship firm. What is that? Sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means a single individual, a single person will form a business. So for suppose he start a business by himself. He start a kirana store, or he start a bookstore, or he start a tea point, anything. So if any single individual start a business, and if a single individual look after the business, and if the single individual is taking care of all the things in the business, is sole proprietorship. So the initiative of single individual for the business is sole proprietorship. So in sole proprietorship, the single person, the single individual will bring investment, that is capital, will make all the things available for the business. Okay, and with using his talent, skill and all things, his resources, he will do the business with a profit motto. Okay, got it? So here, what is sole proprietorship, Amma? This is a very oldest form of business organization. So single person will form a business. The same person will bring the investment, and the same person using his talent and skills, he will run the business, and he will enjoy all the profits were gained by the sole proprietorship firm. Okay, got it. In sole proprietorship, how many owners are there? Single owner. Sir, if he is getting profits, he will enjoy. If he is getting losses, he has to bear all the losses by himself. And who has to take care of the business? Who has to control of the business? The sole proprietorship has to control the business. Sir, who is that sole proprietor? Who is sole proprietor? In sole proprietor, he is not only the owner, but also the manager, controller, and the business. Okay, he is not only the owner, but also the manager, controller, and organizer of the firm. Okay, he will start a business, and he will put all the resources into the business, and he will do the business and earn the profits and enjoy the profits if any, or he will bear losses by himself. Okay, in everything in a business, in sole proprietor, the same person, the single individual is himself a boss, he is an employee, he is an employer, and everything. Okay, next one. So this is a sole proprietor contributes and organizes the resources in a systematic way and controls the activity with the objective of getting profits. This is the definition of sole proprietor. Simple funda, you need not by heart. In a sole proprietor, how many owners are there? Single owner. Okay, who will bring the capital? The same person will bring. Who will do the business? The same person. Okay, and by using his skill and talent, he will do the business. Next, sir, if you getting good profits, who will enjoy? The same person. Sir, if any losses, the same person has to bear all the losses by himself. Sir, who is the manager? That fellow only. Who is the controller? That fellow only. Sir, who is the organizer? That fellow only. Who is the controller? That fellow only. Here, the owner is not only the owner, but also manager, controller, and organizer of the firm. Now we'll see few features of sole proprietorship. What are the features? So what are the characteristics or what are the features? We'll discuss in a elaborate way now. So we'll discuss what are the features for sole proprietorship. In that first one, individual initiative. Individual initiative. Individual initiative. Here, the single person will take the initiation for the doing business. The single person with his idea, with his plan, he will enter into a business. And the single person will bring all the capital into the business. By using his talent and skill, he does the business for expecting profits. That is a initiative taken by a single individual in doing business. That is, he arranges all the factors of production. He make available all the resources which are required to the business, doing business. Okay, next point, single ownership. Next one, single ownership. So sole proprietor itself says the owner is single. Owner is single means the capital invested in the business is have put by a one person or a single person. So he is the complete owner of that business. Okay, there will be no more partners for him. Okay, he is the single owner in sole proprietorship. Next one, less legal formalities. Less legal formalities. Less legal formalities. So here in sole proprietorship there is less number of formalities, Nana. Whereas in company we have to register in the company of register of firms company. Okay, ROC, we have to file ROC filings, and we have to go for audit every year, and we should have a auditor, company auditor for the company, and there are lot factors and lot guidelines, lot compliances has to be complied by the company. In partnership, the partnership must be registered. They should have a partnership deed, and they should put a document into a, they have to document into a paper. Okay, so in single proprietorship, you need not comply. You are not accountable for anyone. You are the owner, you are the manager, you are the controller, and you are the organizer. So you need not, you may register or may not register, there is no compulsion for taking registration. Okay, so you are not accountable. You need not comply anything compared to companies and partnership firms. Yes or no? Yes. Next one, unlimited liability. So liability is unlimited, joint and several here, unlimited liability. So unlimited liability means simple funda. So if company get into losses, if not company, proprietorship business got into the losses, who has to bear the loss? The single person. The firm only the firm is not liable. If the assets of the firm are not sufficient, his personal property is also liable. That means, for suppose business got losses, so business got 100 rupees losses, but the proprietorship, the business has only 50 rupees. So first they will sell business and they will pay 50 rupees. Sir, what about other 50 rupees? The other 50 rupees will taken by personal property of owner. What is that? Personal property of owner. Here the liability in the sole proprietorship is joint and several, not joint and several, unlimited. So here the personal property is also liable in case of any losses. Got it? So here not only here the business and company are same. So if the business got into losses, it is deemed to be person got into losses. So here we can't say business is different and person is different. Okay, there is no separate legal entity for the owner and the sole proprietorship. So business and the owner are one and the same, deemed to be one and the same. Okay, so the liability of sole proprietorship is unlimited. That means it is the personal properties of owner is also liable if any losses occurred. Okay, next one, ownership and management exist together. Ownership and management exist together. So here the owner and the business are both are same here, whereas in sole proprietorship the owner is same, the business is same. There is no legal entity for sole proprietorship. You can't separate business and person. You can't say business is different and person is different. So both are same. Okay, if company sole proprietorship got into losses, deemed to be person got into losses. If sole proprietorship got profit, it deemed to be person got profit. Here person and sole proprietorship are same. There is no separate legal entity for sole proprietorship. Next one, motivation. So here there is a lot of motivation in the sole proprietorship. Why? Because if you want to get good profits, you have to work hard. If you can work hard, you will get very good profits. So here your hard work and your profits are directly related. Sir, directly proportional means if more work, you'll get more profits. If you work less, your profits will be less. So this is direct proportional. So if you are working hard, you're working more and more, you'll get more and more profits. You are not working well, your profits will be less. Okay, that is motivation. The people always, why the people do business? Expecting profits. So here, if you work hard, you will get more profits. Now what you will do? Will work hard. Sir, in partnership is also same now? No, not like that. In partnership there will be 4 or 5 people, but one fellow will not work. But while sharing the profit, 4 will sit together and share the profits. But in where working, this fourth fellow will go outside and he don't work properly. Why? Because if he got losses, all the 4 people will bear. If he got profits, all the 4 people will share it. So in sole proprietorship, there is no such a type of chances. Why? Because if any loss occurred, this fellow has to bear all the losses. So next one, secrecy. So in every business there is a lot of secrecy has to be maintained. So the business tricks, the business secrets, so it can't be shared, it should not be shared. It's not good to share with others. The secrets of business, it's not good to share with others. Why? Because if you share the business secrets to others, that fellow may start the business. Okay, he will take a room beside you and he will start the same business. After knowing all the secrets of the business, he will start the same business. So that fellow who worked with you will be a competitor for you now. So you have to share the market share. Earlier you used to sell 100 goods. Now that fellow will sell 50 and you must sell 50. What is the fun here? Okay, you will get 50% profit only. And this fellow, if this fellow decreasing the prices, what you have to do? All the customers will go to that fellow only. So what about you? You also have to decrease your price. If both are going on decreasing the price, what will happen? Customer will benefit and you will get out of the market. Okay, you will get into the losses. So here there is a lot chances of maintaining the secrecy in sole proprietorship firm. Why? Because there is no person to share and he is not accountable to anyone and he is not answerable to anyone. He need not explain anyone. Okay, he is the owner, he is the controller, he is the organizer of the company, and this single fellow will take all the decisions by himself. Okay, next one, no separate entity. So already we have discussed no separate entity. So here you can't say business is different and what is that? Person is different. What I said, what we have discussed earlier, both are same. Okay, next one, both are same means if business got profits, it deemed to be person got profits. So if business got losses, business will pay the losses? No, the person has to pay. Why? Because both are same. So business is equal to owner. That's what, no separate legal entity, one man control. So single man will control all the business activities happen in the business. So there is A to Z will go in one hand and so good benefit. And one more disadvantage is there. This is also a disadvantage. So in one way it is a positive sign for sole proprietorship. Sir, how it would be negative? If the business has expanded, The business is very large to control. How the single person will control the business activities? So it would be very a tough task to a single person to control all the business activities. Sir, business is manageable, sir. It's not so big. So the single person will control all the business activities here. You need not depend on anyone. So you will have complete knowledge on your business. You know what is what, and you know all the things happening in the business. But if the business is expanding, sir, how you will control all these things? See, it would be a very tough task. A single person can't do all the activities going on in the business if the business is in a big way. Okay, so this is also a feature. Last one, limited area of operations. That's what here, limited area. If the business is manageable or small, limited area of control. So limited area of control. Here the business is small, a single person can, if I suppose I am running a tea stall, I can manage. I am running a book stall, I can manage. I am running a rice mill, I am running a supermarket. It's a tough task for the single person to run all this such a type of big business. Okay, so these are the features of sole proprietorship. And now we'll discuss what are the advantages of the business. Now we'll discuss what are the advantages. Now we'll discuss what are the advantages in the sole proprietorship. So easy to form and easy to wind up. First one, easy to form, and wind up. So easy to form and easy to wind up means you can easily establish a business, and if you want to close it, you can close. For suppose, for starting a bookstall, is it a tough task to start a bookstall? Okay, if you have a good enough room space and if you have book material with you, a single person can manage, yes or no? Yes. Sir, if you want to close a business, close it. Who will, to whom you are answerable? No one. So easy to form. Okay, you need not get the permission from anyone to start a sole proprietorship business. You need not have any permission for closing of this business. Got it? Next one, quick decision and prompt action. Quick decision and prompt action. Quick decision and prompt action. Sir, I am running a business. What type of decisions I will take? What type of decision you will take? You will take all the decision which will be useful to the business, yes or no? Will you take any decision which get the business into losses? No. You will get all the decisions which will be useful to your business. Okay, which are useful to gain little bit profit. Not little bit, little more profit by your decision making. And here, so you will take prompt decision. Why? Because if any bad happen, who has to bear? You. So you keep your mind and everything here, and you will take action, prompt action. There will be no partiality. Okay, you will not play any games with your money, yes or no? Will you play games with your money? No. So you will take care of money properly. So you will take very quick decision. Why quick decision? you can take decision. You need not have anyone's permission to take decision. Why? Because you are the single owner, you are the boss, so you need not have any permission with anyone. And prompt action means your money is in business, you can't play with your business, yes or no? So you will take prompt action only, you will take 100% correct action, okay, which is useful to the business. And here quick motivation, so quick motivation means here more profits, more work, more profit. So if you can work more, you'll get more profits. That is a motivation. Why you are doing business? For profits. How you will get a profit? If you are working hard. If you work hard, you will get more work, more profit. Okay. Next one, maintenance of secrets, business secrets. So some features are here repeating in advantages. So here fourth one, secrecy. So already we have discussed this topic. You will maintain secrecy. So if you don't maintain the secrecy in your business, they may become competitors for you. By after knowing all the business secrets, he will start a business just beside your shop. Okay, that would bring you to some problems. Why? Because the market share will be divided. So earlier you used to sell 100, now you will sell only 50. Sir, what about other 50? That fellow will sell. Sir, earlier you used to earn 100 rupees, now you will earn 50 rupees only. Sir, what about other 50? That fellow will share your profits now. Okay, so here in sole proprietorship, there is less chances of leaking information and less chances of leaking business secrets, which are very, very important, important to be kept it as a secret. Next one, personal contact with customer. Personal contact with customers. So here what is this, sir? Personal contact with customers means this fellow will sit in the shop and this fellow will talk with everyone who is coming into the business, and who will come to the business, the customers will come. He will discuss, he will talk, he will know what the customer is required. Few people, if you go to shop, few people will ask, how is your father, is your grandmother keeping well? They will keep on talking. So they don't let you go to the other shop. You feel like going there only. And he know what good you require. And he talk according to your mentality. And he will give you the good according to your requirement. Okay, already he has read your mind. So he know what you want. Okay, so that is personal contact will help in business, improving the business, Nana. Next one, easy to raise finance, Nana. Easy to raise finance. So here in business, finance is a lifeblood. Okay, lifeblood. For how the human being, how blood is important, it is a main one in the human body. Here in a business, money is said to be lifeblood of a business. Okay, so here easy to rise. Easy to rise means you can get according to your sole proprietorship, your goodwill can bring the credit. Okay, by in shops, by just going and if you go and tell your shop name, they will give you okay, take this good, and after 10 days you pay the money. That is goodwill. And one more thing, he can bring loans as early as possible. He need not have any. For suppose today night I need money, I can bring from anywhere. I need not ask my partners, or I need not ask anyone. I need not ask my employees. Why? Because I am the boss. I am the only one. Okay. Next one, socially desirable. Socially desirable means, so people, the society, the customers needs, the customer needs small things. So large number of sole traders have entered different types of business and helps in avoiding concentration of health. Okay, here the small things, you for every small thing you can't go DMart. Okay, you will go to good DMart for every small things. So by selling in here, so all the small things will get here itself. And next one, self-employment. Self-employment means socially desirable. Socially desirable is one point. Next one, self-employment. So self-employment. So by this, by establishing a, for suppose by starting a, what is that, bookstall or a tea point or anything, kirana store, will buy, will sell the goods and will get profits. This, it's a type of employment. Okay, you can create employment by yourself. And self-employment, you will be the you will be able to generate money, okay, by this self-employment. Next one, inexpensive management. You need not hire any skilled employees here. Here the owner will take care. The owner will take care of everything here. The owner will take care of all the things in the business. So these are, he will supervise. In companies it's not like that. You have to hire skilled labor. You need to have very, very talented people, different types of people required in the business. Why? Because in a company a single person can't do all the activities. Okay, he can't run everything with two hands. He need few more hands to be joined with him. Okay, so these are the advantages. Now we'll discuss disadvantages of partnership, sole proprietorship. Now we'll discuss disadvantages. So in features we have some disadvantages also. So the in features means characteristics, Nana. These are the characteristics of sole proprietorship. Here now we'll discuss disadvantages. So a single person can bring only limited resources. Now we are talking about disadvantages. So I'm a single person. How much capital I can bring? Maximum I can bring only 50 lakhs. I'm talking about me. Maximum I can bring 50 lakhs of money into my business, not more than that. So this is a limit. For suppose if my business require 2 crores, is it possible for me to start business? No. So this is a, what is that? A disadvantage, that is limited resources. So here that would be a disadvantage. And next one, unlimited liability. In partnership, if I got a business, if I got a business loss of rupees 90 rupees, we have 3 partners. So what would be your loss? 30 rupees only. 90 rupees will be shared by 3 people and your loss will be 30. But whereas in sole proprietorship, unlimited. Whatever the loss you got in the business has to be borne by you only. So that is, it is also unlimited. Sir, if you get profits, super, no problem. Sir, if you get losses, super, you have to keep all money. Limited managerial ability. A single person, for suppose every person is not equally talented. So I can do some things, I can't do some things. Okay. So if I have 2 more persons, it will be good to manage all the things. But here the single person can't manage all the things. So here limited managerial ability. So limited managerial managerial ability. Limited managerial ability is also a disadvantage. Lack of continuity, sir. Lack of continuity means, sir, if anyone died, who will run a business? No one. Sir, if anyone became mad, the business will be stopped. If anyone died, the business will be stopped. So there is no chances of being continuation. So it is not suitable for large business. Why? Because in large business many people are required, and one more thing, you can't depend on others also. So, and the same time a single person can't take care of all the things. So that would be a disadvantage. And wrong decisions. Sometimes a group of people will discuss the problem and get a solution for the problem, but here you don't have any person, here you don't have any partner, here you don't have any company to discuss the problem and get a solution for the problem. Sometimes there is a chances of taking a bad decision. Why? Because you are the single person, and sometimes there is large chances of taking a bad decision in doing business. So these are disadvantages and these are advantages of sole proprietor. So in the next class we'll discuss what is joint Hindu family and what is cooperative society. Until then, happy stay home, stay safe. Bye.